In addition to family members, there were also police officers who were injured in this, the first responders who broke down the door to get in. One of them joining me live now, which is Captain Anthony Mascia. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for your service. You were one of the first people to respond here and make a rescue. Tell us about what happened.
As we were driving down the block, we heard the radio run started coming over for the location. As I made the turn on the corner, and I could see the smoke billowing down, and I immediately called for additional units at that point. My officers who had already arrived at the location had also asked that FD start rushing their way over. As I ran to the door, my officers were attempting to kick in the door to make entry. When they finally are able to make entry, we have members of the community telling us that somebody's stuck inside. They make entry, we go to an apartment on the right, and we hear a woman crying. And we can't see her because the floor had collapsed. The ceiling of the apartment had collapsed in places, and we could see flames kind of like through the wall, through the little slits in the wall. So we start removing items. I see her feet finally, and I'm able to remove the couch and with my cops and a mattress, and we pull her out, and we're able to remove her to safety at that point.
Captain, knowing that the walls are collapsing, the ceiling's falling through, the living room that she was trapped in was submerged, what was going through your mind?
Honestly, I wasn't even thinking of anything besides keeping track of my officers and making sure that we all got out. We got her out and that we all got out safely. So we weren't even really thinking of the collapse until one of the officers screams, like at the end of it, he yells at, "There's fire coming under our feet." And at that point, we rushed out.
Amazing. Thankful that you're alive tonight, and I know that you've been on the job for several years. You have a 9-year-old son at home and another baby on the way. What are you going to be telling them tonight?
A 9-year-old daughter, and she likes to hear the story sometimes, so I'll probably let her know about this one.
The body camera video will be released from the NYPD in just moments. You are a hero, sir. The neighborhood thanks you tonight, and I know you've done this. This isn't your first rodeo. You've done this a few times, but you are extremely brave, and we are so thankful that there weren't more casualties in this. We know one person lost. And how are the other officers in the hospital tonight?
So unfortunately, I still have 2 officers in the hospital. 3 have been treated and released at this time, but each one of them, they honestly were heroes today. They all rushed in. They were trying to get in immediately as soon as we were pulled up. They were calling for help, and they were looking for more victims to save.
Captain Anthony Mascia, thanks so much for joining us live here on the Pix 11 News. Also coming up at 6 o'clock, we're going to be talking about the victims from this. So many people displaced, looking on how they continue, where they go from here, and if they can get back into those homes, go through the debris and get the essentials.